the richest person in Japan, and how they got their fortune, from convenience stores to billionaire status. Let's face it, when we think about Japan, the first things that probably come to mind are sushi, samurai, and that one time you almost got run over by a squad of Shibuya pedestrians while trying to take a selfie with the Hachiko statue. But if there's one thing that flies under the radar, it's Japan's billionaires. Unlike their Western counterparts who flaunt their wealth with Instagram yachts and sports cars, the richest people in Japan are more like ninjas, stealthy, disciplined, and often hidden in plain sight. Today, we're going to talk about the richest person in Japan. Not a tech whiz, not a flashy entrepreneur, this is a person who built their fortune by capitalizing on one of the most mundane, yet genius, ideas in modern history: convenience. So buckle up, grab your convenience store onigiri, and let's dive into the world of Tadashi Yanai, the man behind fast retailing and Uniqlo, and how he became Japan's richest person. The humble beginnings, from small-town shopkeeper to fashion mogul. Tadashi Yanai wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Far from it, actually. Born in 1949 in Yamaguchi Prefecture, Yanai grew up in post-war Japan, a time when the country was still licking its wounds from the devastation of World War II. His father owned a small clothing store called Agori Shoji, which was as unassuming as its name suggests. Yanai's upbringing was far from glamorous, but it was here that he got his first taste of the retail business. Now, if you've ever been to Japan, you'll know that retail is serious business here. From the customer service that puts most other countries to shame, to the way everything is meticulously organized and displayed, retail in Japan is more art than commerce. It's in this environment that Yanai honed his skills and developed an understanding of what makes Japanese consumers tick. After graduating from Waseda University with a degree in economics and politics, Yanai didn't immediately take over the family business. Instead, he took a job at Justco, a supermarket chain, where he learned the ins and outs of modern retailing. It wasn't until 1972 that he returned to his roots and started working at Agori Shoji. But when he did, he brought with him a vision that would transform not just his father's shop, but the entire retail landscape in Japan. The birth of Uniqlo, revolutionizing fashion, one fleece jacket at a time. In 1984, Tadashi Yanai opened the first Uniqlo store in Hiroshima, initially named Unique Clothing Warehouse. The concept was simple: offer affordable, high-quality clothing that everyone could wear. But it wasn't just about the price, it was about creating a brand that resonated with the average person. Uniqlo wasn't trying to be Gucci or Louis Vuitton, it was trying to be, well, Uniqlo. The turning point came in the late 1990s when Uniqlo introduced its now iconic fleece jackets. You might think, fleece, really? But trust me, these fleece jackets were nothing short of a phenomenon. Priced at just 1,900 yen, they were a hit with consumers, selling millions of units and cementing Uniqlo's place in the fashion world. It was the kind of success that made other retailers scratch their heads and wonder how on earth a simple fleece jacket could create such a frenzy. But Yanai's genius wasn't just in designing a popular product, it was in understanding the market. He realized that Japanese consumers were looking for quality basics, the kind of clothing that you can wear every day without looking like you're trying too hard. Uniqlo wasn't about following fashion trends, it was about creating timeless pieces that anyone could wear, regardless of age, gender, or social status. And it wasn't just the products that made Uniqlo a success, it was the business model. Yanai implemented a spa strategy, meaning Uniqlo controlled every aspect of the production process, from design to manufacturing to retail. This allowed the company to keep costs down while maintaining high standards of quality, which in turn allowed them to offer products at a price point that was accessible to the masses. Going global, taking Uniqlo from Japan to the world. By the early 2010s, Uniqlo was already a household name in Japan, but Yanai wasn't content with just dominating the domestic market. No, he had bigger ambitions. In 2001, Uniqlo opened its first overseas store in London, marking the beginning of its global expansion. But as anyone who's ever tried to open a restaurant or business in a foreign country will tell you, breaking into international markets is no easy feat. Uniqlo's initial forays into the UK and the US were met with mixed results, and the brand struggled to gain a foothold in markets that were already saturated with established fashion giants. So, what did Yanai do? He doubled down on what made Uniqlo unique. Rather than trying to compete directly with high-end fashion brands, Uniqlo positioned itself as the go-to store for high-quality basics, jeans, t-shirts, sweaters that were well-made, affordable, and timeless. The strategy paid off, and by the mid-2010 seconds, Uniqlo had become a global powerhouse with stores in cities like New York, Paris, Shanghai, and Singapore. But Yanai wasn't done yet. In 2009, Fast Retailing, the parent company of Uniqlo, acquired a majority stake in the Theory brand and later expanded its portfolio to include other brands like GU, Helmut Lang, and J brand. Under Yanai's leadership, Fast Retailing has become the third largest apparel company in the world, behind only Inditex and H&M. The fortune. How Tadashi Yanai became Japan's richest person. So, how rich is Tadashi Yanai? As of 2023, his net worth is estimated to be around $30 billion, making him not only the richest person in Japan, but also one of the richest people in the world. But what's interesting is that Yanai's wealth isn't just tied to Uniqlo's success, it's also a testament to his business acumen and his ability to adapt to changing market conditions. Unlike some billionaires who inherit their wealth or make a fortune through speculative investments, Yanai built his empire from the ground up. He took a small-town clothing store and transformed it into a global brand, all while maintaining a laser focus on quality, affordability, and customer satisfaction. It's the kind of rags to riches story that makes you want to don a Uniqlo fleece and start your own business. But Yanai's wealth isn't just a reflection of his business success, it's also a reflection of Japan's unique economy. Despite its slow growth and aging population, Japan remains one of the world's largest economies, and its consumers are known for their loyalty to domestic brands. Uniqlo's success in Japan provided the foundation for its global expansion, and Yanai's ability to tap into both the domestic and international markets has made him a billionaire many times over. The philosophy. What drives Tadashi Yanai? If there's one thing that sets Tadashi Yanai apart from other billionaires, it's his philosophy. Yanai is known for his disciplined approach to business, and he's often spoken about the importance of staying humble and maintaining a strong work ethic. He's also a firm believer in the idea that business should serve a greater purpose than just making money. In interviews, Yanai has often talked about the concept of kodo, which means think and act. It's a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of taking action and being proactive, rather than just sitting around and waiting for things to happen. This mindset has been a driving force behind Uniqlo's success, and it's one of the reasons why Yanai has been able to stay ahead of the competition. But Yanai's philosophy goes beyond just business. He's also known for his philanthropy, having donated millions of dollars to various causes over the years. In 2011, after the Great East Japan earthquake, Yanai donated 1 billion yen to relief efforts, making him one of the largest individual donors in the country. He's also a supporter of education, having donated millions to universities in Japan and abroad. The legacy. What's next for Japan's richest person? At 74 years old, Tadashi Yanai shows no signs of slowing down. He's still the driving force behind Fast Retailing, and he's made it clear that he wants Uniqlo to become the world's largest apparel company. But beyond that, Yanai's legacy is already secure. He's not just Japan's richest person, he's a symbol of what's possible when you combine hard work, innovation, and a little bit of that uniquely Japanese flair for quality. So, next time you find yourself wandering through a Uniqlo store, picking out a new pair of jeans or a cozy sweater, take a moment to appreciate the journey that brought those clothes to the shelf.